Hello, I'm Rachel and I am the UNESCO Biosphere Youth Representative for the Isle of Man. I've been in this role for a year now as I finished my time working with Manx Wildlife Trust as part of my degree in ecology and conservation. The role came up. I applied with some ideas about how I'd really like there to be more collaboration between young people on the Isle of Man in terms of sustainability and our environment. That's what I'm most passionate about, really. And I got the role. I've been in the role now for a year, and things are really starting to kick off.
And what does the role actually involve for you?
For me, initially it involved me sitting on the stakeholder partnership group meetings for Biosphere, which are biannual meetings where different stakeholders across the Biosphere Reserve come together and update each other and provide information about any research they've got going on or any other updates. And I sit on that as the youth voice, so talking about what young people are getting up to. Now, at the start of my role, it was really difficult for me to do that because there wasn't a lot of great communication around those kinds of things. And so what I thought would be especially important as part of my role would be to set up this brand new youth network.
And that's so tell us more about that. So that presumably is expanding out and trying to get more like-minded people together to build a body and presumably have some influence.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's open to everyone aged 18 to 35, which is by UNESCO's definition youth. And it's a space for us all to come together, get to know some like-minded people. It's an opportunity for us to gain funding for sustainability projects for our community. And I think another key thing that I'd really like the network to grow into is a place for us to skill share and gain new knowledge, so we can bring in speakers and we can share knowledge between ourselves. If anyone's got a particular speciality, if we would like to learn more about our economy or about more about our Manx heritage, then we'll be able to get people in and come and speak to us about these specific topics. I think it's going to be great once it gets going.
Getting it going, that's the hard part, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's that initial shove just to get it get the weight moving in the first place.
Yeah, it's taking a lot of work at these starting stages.
I bet. And the position you have as the youth representative and working for the network, this is broader spread than just the Isle of Man itself.
Definitely. I think there are so many opportunities to make bigger change and much larger change. For example, as a youth representative for the Isle of Man Biosphere Reserve, I am also able to sit within the Euromab Youth Network, which is the European and North American Man and the Biosphere Youth Network. Now, Man and the Biosphere is the programme in which all biosphere reserves sit within. And as part of that, I've been able to make friends from all over Europe, North America, Canada, and it's been a really exciting opportunity. And there's all sorts of projects and passionate people involved in that, and they're really inspiring. And they are really excited about things that are going on the Isle of Man at the moment as well. They're very jealous of our position, being the only entire nation biosphere reserve. It's fascinating to everyone I speak to. They're so excited about that fact. We're also setting up a UK and Ireland biosphere youth network at the moment as well. We've got our first meeting at the end of the month, and so we're going to start doing some more collaboration between our biosphere reserves, our neighbouring biosphere reserves, and that's a really exciting opportunity to get involved in as well.
So also looking as part of this for a second youth representative.
Yeah, there's always been two positions for youth representation on the stakeholder partnership group board meetings. At the moment, I'm the only one, but we've got another space open up now, so looking for someone else to join.
So how can people find out more about that and actually apply?
We've got it spread all over our social media for Biosphere at the moment, and also on the Biosphere website. We're going to be soon setting up a youth page on there, so you'll be able to find out information on that, but that might be a few few days away, yeah.
And any specific skill sets needed other than being in presumably the age bracket 18 to 35?
I don't think so. I think the role itself is a great way to learn skills. I think as young people, we're always developing, and so there's no particular requirements in terms of skills, only that you're passionate about our biosphere reserve, whether that's our sustainable development, our heritage, our environment, a mix of everything. Yeah, we'd love to hear from anyone interested.
I see talk of a survey being open as well.
Yes, so I've been very lucky to be given a bit of funding as part of my role as youth representative, and I'm currently doing a review of current youth engagement and teen engagement on the Isle of Man, all focused around how they're currently engaging in UNESCO Biosphere Isle of Man and also Net Zero Isle of Man, how they might like to be more involved and how Biosphere and Net Zero can help make that happen.
And what's your feeling, having sort of, I don't know, that's ongoing work for you, but I mean, as a rule of thumb, it seems to me that generally younger people are more accepting of global warming, climate crisis, a problem along these lines, these sort of issues, and the older generation, as a very general rule of thumb, and I do stress that, are less so. Have you found that to be the case or not?
I think there's a lot of young people on the Isle of Man who are extremely passionate about these topics. Already to date, we've got 40 people within the youth network, and I think that's even before we've started advertising it. I think there's a lot of people who'd love to get involved in these sorts of activities and be able to make big differences. I feel like part of our designation as a UNESCO Biosphere Reserve means that we're able to share really exciting sustainability initiatives that maybe just being trialled on the Isle of Man. We can invent our own things. We can be innovative here. And as young people, I think that's something that we're really good at doing, is seeing things that we might not like and coming up with solutions to change that. And yeah, I think within the youth network, we're going to start being able to implement some of these changes. We've got access to all sorts of opportunities for funding that we can apply for as we are a UNESCO site, and we're just not taking advantage of it at the moment because we don't know it's there.
Wow. So that's something we can tap into.
Yeah, definitely. I think as long as we're applying, at least, we're missing out on opportunities.
And then what would you say you must have come across it, the naysayers, the other side of the fence? And I don't know whether you've come across it with colleagues at university or elsewhere in your life, but yeah, there are people on the other side of the fence who just say, no, it's all a load of woke nonsense. We're just wasting money here. It's something we shouldn't be concentrating on. It's all things like climate change, just part of the natural cycle of the earth over the eons, and there's nothing to see. What do you say to those people?
To be honest, I've not come across very many of them in the line of work that I'm currently trying to do. We stay very positive. We're all about making positive differences and positive change. And supporting our local biodiversity is something that I'm particularly passionate about. You don't find as many people being negative along those lines in terms of our biodiversity. But I would say to those people that even if it isn't true, and I'm not saying that in any way, that why would we not want cleaner energy and a cleaner environment and a better life for ourselves? Yeah, it's a difficult one.
An official launch in October?
Yes. So the youth network itself, we've created a brand new guide to the network, including all sorts of things talking about what our priorities are, how you can join our WhatsApp community, and some extra information. And then alongside that, we've got a launch event that's going to be running on the 8th of October at the Work Cafe at NOAA's. And we're super excited to get together, start getting to know each other a little bit better, start some of these conversations going. It's going to be a fun night. We're going to have a quiz, we're going to have some games, there are going to be prizes and refreshments. So if anyone out there is interested in coming along, if you're 18 to 35, we'd love to see you and come and learn some more about what we're doing.
And your passion is obvious. Where did that start for you, that journey? What sort of drives your passion or brought you into this field in the first place? And obviously you've been studying at university for that and still wanting to go on and work in that area. What was it sort of brought you into that and made you passionate about it?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I think during high school, I was fascinated with the concepts of ecology, how complicated our environment is, and how we're just one tiny component in that, but that we have such a massive impact on everything else that's going on within our ecosystems. I just wanted to learn more, and so that's why I went and studied ecology and conservation. I didn't have a particular role in mind at the end of it, but yeah, I think, as you say, my passion's leading me.
Well, listen, best of luck with the rest of this and with building the network. Just give us the details again if anyone's listening to this and thinks, I wouldn't mind either getting involved or perhaps applying for the second youth representative. What's the best way to do it?
Yeah, check out the Biosphere social media accounts. So we've got Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. Or message me.